gotta pull this down a little bit. We good?
A little bit more. Yeah, that's good. Yeah. Can't tilt. Get some tilt action.
We good. Bring it back action.
And there it is. All that set up.
Yeah, everybody set up, you know. Okay, so we here. We are here.
Because up there it looks.
We are
Oh,
here
there you go.
in the building. So y'all come on in here. We're getting ready to get started. This is Real Men's Talk. I am here just to be your moderator, just to guide it along. I might jump in on this one though, y'all. Come on. We are now going to be talking about the Alabama Riverwalk boat thing, Baba. We're going to get in and talk about it. We're going to talk about the elephant in the room. We're going to wonder why there's not enough more voices out there saying, why are these people keep getting away with this stuff? And I'm so proud that we stuck up for one another. We was there for one another and didn't watch each other get beat down like we normally do. And we do. So it was so good to see that. It made me feel so good. So let's take it from there. We're going to introduce some of our special guests here. We have my brother Huey and my son Anthony.
It's still good. We still ain't quite in there.
Okay, so this right here, what you're looking at is YouTube, and we have Facebook.
In the corner.
We in there. Okay, so we just want to get on in here and just start talking about this. What do you, as real men, think about it? What would you have done if you was in there? And let's give get some text to it. We all know what's going on. There was a big riverboat, big commercial boat. They know where it's all marked off, roped off where they want it to be. There was this another little bitty boat over there that wasn't going to move, and they was sitting there for 45 minutes trying to get these people to move. So the second in command came over there and tried to talk to them. They didn't care. They started hitting and punching on them. They threw the first punch. I want to know what makes these people think that they're so entitled to be able to treat people that way. Is it how our system is?
You think you meant to say these people?
Yeah, that was kind of him.
I mean, did you mean to say
those
these people?
sort of people? The white. I don't want to say white people.
Is that sure that's not what you want to say?
I do. I want to basically white people, but I don't want to include all the white people. I don't ever like to just include just one, because I know a lot.
So when you're saying these people, what are you really saying?
I'm talking about the Karens and the Annies.
Those type of white people.
Yeah, those type of white people.
What were you about to say?
I was just taken over by the whole these people thing. That was kind of wild. That was kind of wild that you took it there.
Well, I wasn't trying to take it there. I was just trying not to be all inclusive. And I was just talking about a certain body of people, the KKK sort of people, the people that are the Karens of the world, the people that think they've got all this privilege where they can just walk over people and they don't care.
Well, this is my thing. Because, yeah, we zeroing in on the situation between, it's like a little racial riot or whatever. Basically, what it's turned into a racial riot. So us as the darker complexion side we won. So we got pride in that. You know what I mean? So that's where it's coming from. It's like it turned it was racial riot, but at the same time, the way you trying to present it is like these people, the white people or whatever, they always act like that. But then it's like everybody act like that.
What do you mean act like that? What is acting like that?
Entitled,
using so this
violence.
Is entitled in unchecked violence.
But it's unchecked violence. Because it's simple as this, right? When first time I seen it, I was at work I just go tap on Facebook on accident and see the brawl, and I'm like, dang, it just captivated me, so I watched it. I'm like, that's wild. I don't have to come back and watch that with the value. Just by habit, I slid up and I seen the same thing. Just two groups of black people fighting and shooting at each other. But they were shooting at each other. It was worse. So, like, if it was two groups of black people, somebody would have died in that situation.
All right, so hold on. You got a different argument now.
Yeah,
I think that black people all over the country come together and united in the fact that the white man got his hat handed to him.
Yeah.
Right? And I think there's a little bit of pride there. You always beating us and getting away with it. Guess what? You got what?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Now you got a different
spin on it.
Yeah, you got a different spin on it. You want to say, okay, we'll go ahead and handle these things with the white man, but if it's a black man on black, we're gonna kill each other.
Yeah, you know I'm a complex guy, where I do take pride in the fact that we got the dub. I mean, it's just base nature. Your team win, you're gonna be happy. You know, and by nature, that's my team. But at the same time, I'm still embarrassed by him on the back end.
How, on the back end what? Because they're going easy on the other people. They kind of went easy on other people.
Yeah, they went easy on them. I mean, so in sports, if you're a super good team, you can get beat by a trash team because you ain't gonna go as hard on the trash team as you would a good team. So when them Bulls hopped out on them and started whooping the ops, I feel like they didn't start because they already knew it was a wrap.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but when we go at each other, it's no holds bars.
And I think it's because, first of all, it ain't gonna get served the same. You don't get the same amount of slaps on your wrist. You over there messing with the judge and the jury's grandson.
Well,
you didn't put him in the grave.
We missing a point though.
So yeah,
if we gonna be happy that the team won, then be happy for the team. What kind of precedent is it setting for the world now or the community? Where we lit that the team won the little brawl, but is that going to bring some type of unity? If not, then this is just mean bait, clickbait, and it's going to pass by and thousands of young black men.
We can't just be happy with the dub.
We can't finally.
Because you got to, everything is about and destroy. So, I mean, what is this going to turn into? Is it just going to fizzle out and everything going to stay the same? Is it putting a stain in every white person's mind to not mess with black people? You know, is this going to make the younger generation look at his brother like somebody he could look to as some type of safety? You know what I mean? Or is it gonna be what it's been? Like they gonna keep fighting each other. People gonna keep fighting each other. Cause that's my biggest thing.
All right. Well, I look at it like this, right? The fact that a black elder man had his people come help him, right, and had his back.
That's major.
Now that's a major achievement. We all love to see that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, so let me just say this, right? We're trying to make some debate, right? I don't want to overshadow that because that's a big thing. I like the unity that and the pride that black people had over this moment and said, hey, we did the right thing. We saw them white bad guys. The white people were criminals at that point. We're always portrayed as the criminals, right? Even though human nature, black people always saying human nature is generally the same. White people always try to portray us like we're savage. Exactly. And we're always, I think I heard this man, I hate to say his nationality because I'm going to be racist, but
don't say it.
I'm not going to say it. But he made a point that he doesn't like tropes because you can't. We don't even want you saying that Jews are good with money because that's going to spend to something else. And he used it as an example that would you like it if we said that black people are the most violent people on the earth? And because aren't they the most violent? They're most heavily in prison. And when he said that, I got offended.
You should have been offended.
The reason why I got offended is because we're not the most violent people in the world.
Most docile.
Yeah. We're not.
No, we're not.
Who killed the most people? Innocent people in the world. That ain't the black man. But you want to say that the black man is the most violent person
in history?
The white man, hands down.
The white man, hands down.
Hands
but
down.
If you look at the percentage of black people that's in the United States and white people that's in the United States, and the level of crime,
violent crimes
that black people commit on each other, the margin is this one.
But you got to ask yourself, when there's a group of people unproportionately in jail, poverty, you got to ask yourself, why is that? Anybody else can come in here and do whatever, but we can't. You can't even get along.
The first principle is mentalism.
Well,
everything comes from the thought.
They've been doing this since Jim Crow, before Jim Crow.
Well, I mean,
it's a top behavior.
Well, it's because the leaders and all of the everything positive got tore down. I was just having a conversation with Granddaddy about this last night. That everything positive, the major cities that we had, major towns that we had, the major groups that we had that were bringing people together, the RBGs and the Elijah Muhammad's and the Noble Drew Ali's was all getting tore down.
So everything we have, they didn't put it underneath water. So every time we try to do stuff, they put it underneath water.
So that's where you get
they make their own recreational out of it.
Yeah, but that's where you get like the joy of seeing.
That's right.
They cousins and uncles and nephews get smashed.
Justifully, and they were supposed to. They the one that started this. All they had to do was move. None of this would have had to happen. But I'm you know what? I'm glad it did. Did nobody get hurt? Praise God. Yeah. I ain't about violence, I ain't about people dying, but I am about justice.
Okay.
Something that we don't normally get.
All right. So we all agree that black people felt proud that black people. Let me leave 1 second. I'll let y'all take over this event. For a second.
Do I need to move?
Yeah, to help.
Well, you would have.
I should have said something. I had to kick this delivery.
Okay, so he's still working and work in progress. So,
yeah, tell me.
Yeah, he's still working, and so that's what we're just saying. That I felt good about us being able to, just stand up for ourselves and not let that man die, because they would have kicked him and killed him. We know what would have happened if they didn't come and help that man. I love it when he threw that head up in the air. Everybody, when you see the head go up, you know what's getting ready to happen. Mm-hmm. That's the Black Panther anthem. Come help me. Come help me. I loved it. I loved how much pride we took in feel it, and we can feel that way all the time.
And that's what I'm saying.
We can don't let this just be that one occasion. You see somebody. The reason why bad people get away with what they get away with is because good people say and do nothing. No matter what color you are. If you sit around and allow people to push on you and you use their little punching bag for the last 500 years and all you doing is crying, oh, listen, you're going to get pushed on some more. But when you push back, they're going to think 2 or 3 times about it. Man, if we done kept on building and kept on doing what we're doing and push back, they're going to think 2 or 3 times about it. They're gonna think, and the reason why they can do us the way they did is because they took us and stripped us from who we our group of people. When you hit at the Chinese people, what you got to deal with now? You got to deal with the whole Chinese country.
Yeah, but they moved in our country.
Yeah, but even though they did,
and then told us we was from somewhere else.
Listen, and I think we were here, and they brought in other people. Did them the same way of people of color. Can we just say that?
Yeah.
People of color. And then they did take over. It's a bad deal. It's a bad deal. And then stripped everybody from everything.
It's not a race thing, though.
That's where we want to get that in. The race thing is a way of controlling issues. They don't care about the poor white either. And don't care about the rich white. To be honest with you. There's like 3 or 4 people in control.
They want each other like that.
Come on. Fine.
They want us blaming him. And
yes.
He ain't got nothing to do with the state of mind. He just benefiting from it.
Just benefiting from it.
Because the storyline that was set up.
You see what I'm saying? And storyline can change depending on us. We as a people. Don't look at yourself as a black people or white people. God created a human race. He created a human race.
I mean, even the families, the beginning families had nationalities. Though.
Well, yeah, there was always nationality, but there was always one family. There was always one family. There wasn't a group of people fighting over here because they white or black. That all that right there is a setup.
Oh yeah, that's
a setup.
That's a late. That's something late. That's a late kind of thing. Yeah, that's late. Modern times.
Yeah, that's just something else to use. That's the work of the enemy. Let's just call it. Hey, Paula. I see you. So, as we dive off into this, what would you like to see different? If you could just wave your wand, what would you like to see that was different?
I would just like to see the pride that black people felt when they seen all of them young bulls hop off of that boat and take their shirt off, and the fear in that other side's face and their mannerisms, how scared they was. I would just wish they would take that pride, and whenever they seen another black person,
help them.
They will feel that same pride.
I think that's what we need. And that's how we can continue to build that pride. And there's a lot of ways of doing that. Like the Black Panthers, they did it. And they when it make them sound like they listen, but they helped the community. You know why they want them in there? Because they fought back. We got to start fighting back.
Well, anytime you go against the establishment, you get in trouble.
You're going to get in trouble. You're getting ready for it. But you got to stand up for what's right. You can't allow your brothers to get beat down. Listen.
But you can't beat your brother down either.
Come on.
That's what I'm saying.
Come on.
We're going to ride. Let's ride.
Let's ride. Let's ride right.
Draymond punch pulled. What happened? They got pulled out of there. Because it messed up the continuity of the team. You know what I mean? If we going to have that type of pride and be lit and wearing chair earrings and all of that, folded chair earrings.
Yeah, where y'all get these earrings, these chairs earrings from? I need me one.
That's cool. That's cool, but then when you flip the screen, East St. Louis, they on there live banging. Walking through each other's neighborhood, shooting in the air. Talking about where you at.
Because we know that the same consequences for killing your black brother don't weigh as heavy as killing your white brother.
It's the mentality.
It's the mentality on top of that.
And
such a train.
The people that's doing the work, they see each other as the ops. But let them police run through there, they gonna take our run. The ones that's gonna really take their life away.
And we got it all messed up.
But
do we need classes? We need.
I'm glad that it happened. I'm glad that they got whooped. It's always it's always good to see the bully take the L, you know, and
Always.
they jumped that old man knowing they wasn't no good for that. And then the young boys came and avenged it.
The Avengers. That's what they call them. The
I
Avengers.
liked it.
I like it.
I liked it.
Feel good about it. But we need to spread that into our own communities, into each one of our homes.
Yeah, I just like, what is that setting the precedent for the next, what is that going to grow to? Because the George Floyd thing, that fizzled out. Trayvon fizzled out. These is young black men getting killed. And nobody, you know, got swept under the rug after y'all got done marching about it and shooting all y'all videos and trying to get y'all views up on. You know what I mean? So it's like these events is getting used as they getting exploited, basically.
So what does a win look like? What does black people winning look like? I mean, if we march and then they'll say it's gonna be over with tomorrow, then hey, y'all got that one
A black win would look like the beginning of hip hop, where black people was creating a culture, a movement of the establishment, all the way up until the point where they went to the establishment to help them get established. But it's like black people need to take pride in themselves and everything that they do. So then we can create our own. We can establish ourselves and have our own establishment to run to. And that's where we're going wrong.
I always tell people that the reason why, and I'm going to say it, the white man cannot lose is because we won't let them lose.
Mm-mm.
Because if we get $1 billion, if I get $1 billion, I'm going to trade in my nappy head for what?
Straight head.
For a straight head. Every time. As long as Kim Kardashians can come up and we'll save them, they can always marry a black billionaire.
Always.
Always. So how can they lose? And this ain't just us, this is worldwide. White is valued.
Over in Africa.
White is valued.
Every nation.
Black is dark skinned. The Indians call us outcasts. I'm talking about the real Indians. They're outcasts. They want to make alliances when we're talking about their daddies, the white man, right? Then they're like, hey, we're all together. But when it's just us and the Indians in the room, we're outcasts. The problem is black isn't desired. The world is a better place when that black woman is the first choice of that black man.
Facts.
As long as that black woman is the second choice of that black man, the whole world is a bad place because black people influence the world.
Okay.
As long as the black woman, and I'm always saying this, if you got a white woman that cuts for you and is down for you, roll with it. All right, there you go. It's hard to find somebody that's on your team forever. I ain't like that. But I'm just saying, as a rule of thumb, black men will choose a white woman over.
And they don't choose a pretty one either.
They get what they can get.
They get the bottom of the ocean and rough and everything that they don't want wrapped up into the white woman.
That's an old stereotype.
That ain't no old stereotype. I see it.
That's an old stereotype.
What is?
But I have seen.
Well,
not all the time. I know I got a white
the
friend.
wealthy
She's
black
nice
man go get the first white woman he could see. But in reality, it just be that's who he be around. Once you start getting money, the higher you get, the lighter everybody becomes.
You might be right, because I know. Cause I'm sitting here thinking about it. I said I know I got a lot of white friends that are with the opposite. Whether it's female or male, and they seem to be thriving just fine.
And the white man love the black woman to death, boy. I tell you, love her to death.
I don't know. I've been experiencing.
I work with these white dudes, man. The older ones, love them.
I guess what I'm really saying is, as
they,
long as
are they seen with them, or do they just are they just like side chicks?
I mean, that's the movement. That's like the agenda is to turn the black woman into a sexual object, like
So I'm just trying to figure out what they love.
I mean, they
There's as me as a black woman, I mean I may be too Afrocentric, but I ain't had nobody approach me. But I ain't had nobody approach me black people. That's not.
Oh, well.
Yeah, I just disclaimed. Never mind. Y'all go ahead on with your conversation.
I guess what I'm saying is, what individuals do, they do. You got a white woman that's down for you,
Right.
and she loving you, love her. I ain't got no problems with
No
that.
problem.
Vice versa. Hey, that's cool.
Love who you
But I'm talking about the rule of thumb. This looks better. That is dominating not just the black man, the world. The world.
I don't know how I feel about that.
What do you feel about that? Since you don't know, let's figure it out. What do you feel about this different?
Now that I think about it, you right. Like the black man's first option should be a queen, you know. But then at the same time, bringing the whole family, the whole human race together, with the black man having the strongest genes, bringing the whole human race together is kind of a big deal to him.
What do you mean the whole human race? I don't get it.
Like the black man got the strongest genes, so if
Mhm.
the black man is getting with other women of different races, and the black woman is getting with other men of different races, their offsprings would be considered black at that point.
who made that?
The white man, when he created the white and black thing.
What do you mean, the white man?
Well, when they created these misnomers,
Misnomers. What's misnomers?
like the black and white, Indian, like all of these misnomers.
Oh, you talking about the grouping of people?
Yeah, them is not the real names of the people.
Okay.
You ain't really a black man. You known as a black man,
Uh-huh.
but like your nationality and where you come from ain't like the nation of black people. You see what I'm saying? You are an American.
Before you get any further, I want y'all to start hitting the screens. I want you to start commenting. What's your opinion on it? I want you to start sharing it. Let's get this out. Let's let people know that real men are talking. They're everyday men, working men, and they have an opinion. And I think this is a great forum, and I think we need to push it. So let's do it, guys. We got over like 5,000 views. Let's see if we can make that to 10,000 this time.
Okay.
And that comes from you all sharing, you all taking it and running with the ball. This ain't we ain't just talking trap talk or watching somebody sleep or nothing. We are actually talking about something that can actually change the world. Let's do it.
Well, I think it comes down to respect. And I'm always saying that. I don't think we as Black Americans, and I'm not a Pan-Africanist, but I know I talk like one a lot, because I don't think we as Black people can really win or get to where we need to be until Africa wins. Do you see where I'm coming with that? I think we need at Wakanda, a Black homeland that people have pride in, that take pride in it. I think that we kind of.
Well, some of us would think that many of us didn't come from Africa. We came right from this continent right here as Indians. Because they were here first.
Our original Americans.
Yeah.
I don't understand how that had to do with Africans.
Well, you would just say, well, I'm not sure where. Well, what about
like if the Black American don't see himself as an African, then he wouldn't take pride in Africa.
Okay, but here's the thing: everyone else does. Everyone else does.
That ain't the point.
It is the point. If we want respect.
The point is for you to act on something, you gotta feel it. So if you don't see yourself in that particular space, then you ain't gonna identify with it, so you ain't gonna feel that. You ain't gonna feel the pride of that.
But a lot of black people that went and got the what is that, 23andMe? Is that what they all their genealogy has been in Africa and in Europe. I didn't see any of them over in America. I don't know if that's on purpose or not. That's interesting. So maybe we getting fed some wrong information.
I guess what I'm saying that when you look back at Europe and you go back to their hometowns, and these are organized, nice places, and you go back to ours, and you see scarcity, you see starving,
because they're depleting everything.
Because
they took all.
Then I throw victimization on it. Then I throw victimization.
I mean, not even that.
When you see these things,
what can you do? I mean, there's a lot of Black Americans over there trying to improve this place.
Because the worst part about that Africa situation,
what
the biggest demons in Africa is the Africans, them MPs.
We call them MPs.
Them MPs, them ministers.
The MPs that are taking all the money and
they the biggest demons because they the
yeah.
ones that let everybody exploit the countries.
Yeah. All right.
It's because there's so many. How did it get exploited so badly?
Because then them demons is over there.
But you have to say what MPs are because people don't know what MPs are.
The ministers, like the government,
the parliament members.
Yeah, the government in Africa.
So they don't have congressmen, most of them, because they're all former British and French colonies. So they have their parliamentarians instead of congressmen. I think they're called MPs. And you can make a deal as an MP with a foreign nation like America to sell off your wealth to lease your richest mine for 100 years to America, to China for $10 million, as long as they give the MP $5 million. He'll sell out his country like that. And that's the problem. I mean, that's the problem. That's one of the reasons why.
So they're putting in, and I believe that
Africa is so poor.
Africa is I believe that
that's the main problem.
I believe that these individual companies are putting these people in. You can always find people like that. But the people that are willing to fight for their country, they kill them off.
It's too many.
Like they do here. Same people that's killing off our leaders. It's killing off the leaders there.
It's too many. This is what I'm saying. It's too many people willing to take the Judas bag. It's too many Judases. They willing to take the 30 pieces of silver.
This is extreme poverty, though, and they don't really understand money, right? I mean, we look at money as the way we've been taught. I think Kanye West. The only thing I like about Kanye West is he turned out to be the bad guy in his story, but everything he said was true.
Oh yeah, Kanye is the realest.
Yeah,
and that's why
he made us love his wealth and hate ourselves, and that's happening over Africa. And I'm just saying, we need a homeland that's balling.
We got America.
Well, I guess that's what it's going to be. It's America. Because now, getting back to the topic, the brawl, what is it? The boat.
I think we still on topic.
Alabama brawl.
The Alabama boat brawl.
I think we just broadening it out.
The white people get more respect than us, and they used to more respect than us, and they think they better. They think they're better. They think that if you
at their core,
you as black people wouldn't be nothing had we not brought you over here.
Lies.
You'd be poor and broke, just like the people we left.
Even after we came over here, we was doing better than them.
The same propaganda
they had to
people.
Go in there and shred, and it's
same people that fed us that garbage has fed them the same garbage.
Yeah, that's true.
It's all propaganda. And it's trash lies. And we can prove it to be true, but that doesn't stop people. Even if you prove it to be true, even if you show them all the things that we created, without us, you wouldn't have nothing. You still be in shit nuts. I said it.
That's for sure.
We the one that showed you how to wash your tail.
Took you out the dark ages.
Took you out of the dark ages and brought you to the marvelous light. And then you just, what you do? Slap your mom and daddy in the face. And then took the children and made them indentured slaves and all this kind of craziness.
So you saying the white man is on top? Well, the Chinese man is going to be up there,
but the Chinese man think they white,
and that's the problem. He can't ever beat the white man
because
he wants to be white.
He wants to be white,
and he's still giving all his money doing the same thing, but not to the extreme as black people.
They take all their dark people. You know, there's a lot of dark Orientals.
They don't get as far.
They don't get as far as the light ones do. You know, they got to stay out of the sun. They put all that powder and stuff on their face to look white.
People don't really understand what the conquerors did when they conquered us. All right.
And they were conquered too by
this. So here's what the conqueror does. This is a rule to conquering a country, right? You can change it anytime you want in this modern world because you really can't do it. But when you take over a country, you already know what I'm going with this, right? When you take over a country, there's one way to do it.
One way.
You kill the men, you rape the women. I'm not sure if you were thinking of, but he was. You kill the men, you rape the women. That's what the white men did all over the world. They killed the men, they raped the women,
and changed their and changed their narrative to theirs.
Well, that was the first time in history that a nation stripped another nation and tried to erase them from history.
Who did?
It took Jesus and painted him white. What's going on?
That was every other time the slavery was going on.
White Jesus.
Slavery was an industry.
White Jesus didn't do nothing to nobody. Leave him out of this.
He don't even exist.
That was a cold flip.
Not
everybody
didn't change nothing in the Bible.
Not everybody praying to an invisible
man. Not even. Whole Middle Eastern then came around and said he was black. He ain't black either.
Changed his face, name, and everything.
Man.
You know, Mama had all that stuff in the house, and she told me, when I go, you're gonna see these as treasures, right? So I went in the house, and guess the only thing I say? White Jesus.
That's it.
I'm brainwashed. I grew up looking at white Jesus.
Totally brainwashed.
I couldn't let white Jesus go to the pail, go to the jug house. I had to save him.
You ain't no good.
I told Bosman, hey, this white Jesus is an heirloom. When I die, you say white Jesus too.
But see, that's crazy.
He goes,
go ahead.
He goes, this is the last generation white Jesus gonna live.
Can we say that white Jesus there is no white.
White Jesus is a big portrait that my mama had hanging over the television in the living room.
It was a lie.
And I saved him. Yeah, I was gonna throw him in the trash.
Peace.
I saved white Jesus.
You ain't no good.
Because I saved white Jesus.
No good. And you know you.
Why y'all blaming white Jesus?
Quit saying
it. Ain't no such thing as a white Jesus or a black Jesus.
That's a cold piece.
Man, they even told you what doggone Jesus looked like in the Bible. They didn't take it out. It's still in there. And he ain't got no white curly hair. He ain't got no blue eyes. His skin ain't no. He look more like me than he does a white man. Sheep wool all day long going.
When you grew up in the same house I grew up.
I did.
Yes, you did. And
I was saying that as a matter of fact.
When you saw white Jesus up there before,
I felt bad. You feel bad, kind of like if he's the white Jesus, then everything else these white folks saying might be right. Subconscious.
But they whitewashed everything. This is the point.
Everything.
The subject how I got to this is because we're talking about that white entitlement. Because they growing up with white Jesus and they ain't got no reason not to believe Jesus is white because it feeds their ego.
Right.
They ain't got no reason to believe that all these superheroes are white and good and are better. Right? Because it feeds their ego.
Right.
But that's
so even if it's in the Bible, it shows you that it's in the Bible. It shows you that what Jesus looked like. It wasn't white man.
It's all changing though, because I say for the past 50 years at least, all of the young kids in the world basically been following black men.
What do you mean?
All of their idols been black.
It's okay because their black idols is still marrying white women.
Yeah, and still giving out.
It's not really changing anything.
Jordan didn't.
In most rap
LeBron
songs,
didn't.
in most rap songs, it's still the Ku Klux Klan could sing most black rap songs with pride. Kill a nigga, shoot a nigga, kill a nigga, shoot a nigga,
With
kill a
pride.
nigga, shoot a nigga, kill a nigga, shoot
I
a
had to
nigga.
start listening to country.
True facts. I had a thing that said, hey, you could take a hip hop song, put a KKK, country KKK dude in it and have him rap it. And he the one that really should be rapping that drill music song. The fact that you rapping it is an oxymoron.
No, it's just
Hello?
no,
Hello? Why are we
it's
purchasing
the
this?
right. It's we're really getting to the root of the problem, though.
Come on.
The same thing that is affecting us is affecting them, except they have no backlash in us because our skin, we're still black, right? But with them white people, when they sit there and see this black man try to tell them what to do, nigga, you don't tell us nothing. They felt offended. They don't think that nigga should be able to talk to him.
The white man was trying to tell them to move, and they didn't move. They wasn't gonna move. They was drunk.
They was
It
drunk,
religion,
But it was entitlement.
and
They were
very
entitlement.
much entitlement. They felt like they was entitlement.
The white man couldn't
Even-
make a move, but did they punch the white man?
The white man didn't go down there. They would have punched him.
Oh, you don't think they were racist?
Oh yeah, they was racist. But here's the thing. But here's the thing about racism. Racism just don't stop with you being black. I mean, we put those rules in there. But here's the thing: racism is a sickness. You don't like nobody. You start hating everything and everybody that goes up against what you believe. If you're not believing the same thing that they're believing, you are either you for me or you're against me. That's their thought. Either you for or you're against me. And if you try to tell me to stop doing what I'm doing, then you're against me.
All right.
You try to tell me to move. You see me there enjoying myself, kicking it. Yeah, I'm in the wrong spot, but y'all can wait till we done. Entitlement, and I think I don't know who was on that boat.
Black people.
No wonder they had to wait 45 minutes. Well, there you go. Now, why they had to wait 45 minutes? Why come they couldn't call? There was a whole lot of stuff went wrong.
That's wild that the police didn't show up till
And listen,
the Bulls started thrashing.
The
police didn't show up till the folding chairs came out.
man, listen. And when I was listening to a TV of the police people, here they go. Well, the first call came in by the captain, and he didn't seem distressed. We really didn't come out. This is me interpreting. We really didn't come out until everybody else was calling. 14, 15 minutes later.
Mm-hmm.
Our response was quick. Like, what?
He called y'all to come out here because these people ain't moving. Y'all didn't come and tell the people that
That's
wasn't
right.
moving
And they've
got
been
killed.
calling them. I bet they've been calling
They've been calling them because that was the move. So then the security tried to come down there.
And he was black. He can't because he's black. That's his job.
And man, they need to, hey, if you a security guard, you need to be fit, man. You need to be in shape. You need to be able to secure stuff. Period. Don't be no sloppy security guard. I'm tired of seeing this.
It's hard.
That's wild.
Shape in any profession.
That's wild.
If you're a black American, an American, the most obese and sickest nation health-wise that's ever lived on the planet.
Do you know? I saw this.
Well, go get a call center job.
Listen, hold
Don't
on.
be trying to.
Somebody has to secure.
Don't
We
be
all
trying
out of
to
shape.
But
We all out of
But
shape.
listen to this. This is the reason why we are out of shape. I know we're going to in another area, but listen. Canada's ketchup, Hunt's ketchup, America's ketchup, ingredients. You can read everything that the ketchup got over there in Canada. You can read 5 ingredients. Over here in America, everything is trying to kill you. None of that stuff in there is good for you. Same company, but you know what? That other countries are not allowing a lot of American products in because it's a death sentence to their own people. You can put sugar in everything, petroleum in everything,
Red 40, yellow 6,
and everything.
carcinogenics illegal in a lot of countries.
And
but
every country
it's good to go here.
It's good to go here.
Yeah, good to go here. Go ahead and put it in there. Don't get me on that health kit.
Man,
Don't get me on that health kit.
Why? So that they can fuel. It's all about money. You gonna kill all your people. You make them live just long enough till.
Hey, if you ask
Capitalism wants you to die before that first Social Security check.
Oh yeah.
But they doing it. You sure gonna get you the second one?
You're a drain on the system. Once you get 68 and you can't work and you can't help it, you're a drain. Get you up out of here.
They'll kill you.
The system, all the three heads of the dragon, the pharmaceuticals, fast food, and medical. Three heads of the dragon, man. They got an incentive for you to die a painful, slow death. When I say slow, that means going by 68. Preferably by 62 before you get that first Social Security check.
Yeah.
But just getting to those white people, I like how black people handle it. I love how they work together. The only thing is that I guess I was saying that when the white people were the culprit, the black people were acting as agents of the police at the point that they were the law.
Not agents of the police, but
yeah, they were just protecting the brother that was down.
No.
He's saying they
took on the role of the police.
They took on the role of the police.
You were the police.
They took on the
Black people got to quit acting like that's a bad word. That's something that's brainwashed against it. They were the police.
Yeah, they took the place of the police.
It's
the
hard
police didn't pull
the
up.
same people.
Somebody had to come in and rectify the situation.
Yes, so
and they still attack the black people.
But 9/10 of a community is policing. So let's clear that up. These black people were behaving as the police, and that's a good thing. That's to their credit. All I'm saying is, once you take over, you show me a community. And I say this 100 times. You show me the community where the police is, the community is the police, and I'll show you a place nobody wants to live.
True facts.
And the point that the black people stood up and policed their area, a field of vision, they policed, and they punished those white criminals.
I think then they should have stopped.
That's what I'm saying. They should have stopped because now you're a bad cop because you beat them once. Now you're humiliating.
Now you're going. I'm quite sure them white folks were saying a lot of crazy stuff.
But I'm glad that they did because I don't think they would have got their uncles, the judges.
They would
right. So they got their justice right then, and we saw them got it. We know they got it,
well,
and it's over with.
We're just gonna dismiss everything. Everybody's good. Oh, we're gonna let the white ones go and the black.
But the point is, when the white people apprehend us and get us, and they're gonna be doing extra
and
little things.
our own black police officers.
Oh yeah,
they follow us sometimes.
Like excuse it. Don't let it be a black and a white.
You ain't letting him get to his point though, Mom. You ain't letting him.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Go ahead.
All right. Did I have no?
I didn't know.
No. The only point that I think I kind of got to it though. The point that I was trying to make is the 9/10 of policing is community. Effective policing is if the only police in the community are the police itself, you have a horrible neighborhood with low property values and no one wants to live.
True.
Right? Let's get this out of there. I mean, these people like what Snoop Dogg and 50 Cent will sell you a vision of all these snitch-free neighborhoods, and then they go move to a snitch-infested neighborhood because they want Snoop Dogg lives in a snitch-infected neighborhood, infested neighborhood.
Neighborhood watch sign on the
neighborhood watch sign.
Hey, I got a whole neighborhood watch sign.
Infested.
I need it.
Infested with it
because
we want police.
It was there when the white people lived there.
We just don't want policing that's not controlled by us.
I want them beating on me for no reason. I don't want them putting cuffs on.
We don't want them beating on our heroes and sending them to jail for 100 years.
I mean, come on.
Right? We don't want that, right? But those black people act as police, and once that they apprehended the bad guys, they could have stopped.
But their point was not to stop or apprehend. Their point was to punish.
And you know,
And I liked it.
part of me like that, but then
I
again,
like all of
but
it.
are you gonna like it when it's a different color? Is my point.
No, because it's always been a different color.
When
It's
the different
never
color
been-
happens, you won't like it.
It's always that way though.
We cheered it on. We
cheered
liked it
on, we liked
when
it.
we saw the
And-
black police
And I want to tell you,
punish the white criminals.
I want.
But that's not the job of the police. We understand that, though, right?
But you need to talk to the police about their job because apparently they don't know it. You need to tell them that. We over here, innocent over here. We ain't did nothing.
Yeah, the police don't know their job.
They don't know their job. They
But
think their
the job of police is not to punish suspects.
Well, they
They're
do.
not.
Well, they do.
But the black people punished it, and the black people all around the world.
And a lot of good white folks too. And a lot of good white folks too. Come on with that.
They
That was
all
embarrassing
applaud it.
about that.
My
Amen.
point is,
Amen.
if it's true, it got to be turned around and still be true.
It becomes truth when it's us. For over 500 years, thousands of
So
years.
this is get back.
Man, ain't no get back.
It was get back.
Listen, I don't think it was a get back.
It was get back.
This man
got peace.
was down on the ground getting beat down.
And that's why the get back was getting back.
No,
Oh,
it's about
no.
time for us
Once
to
the
stand
good
up for
guys,
each other.
once the good guys came by, and I'm sitting there while I was talking
I
about
wonder who the good guys is.
the one that swam didn't it like Aquaman.
Man, I love
He's
him.
a good guy.
Oh, he was a
The
good
one
guy.
that did his little stutter step because he know he's about to put in work. That was a good guy.
Yeah, but
That was
because this is what he swam over there
I love
and
that.
he didn't get straight to work. A lot of people was thinking that dude swam over there and got straight to work. No, it was one dude came over there, broke up the initial squabble, but they wasn't stopping. So when dude swam over there, the young dude, that's what got everybody on the boat to come because he was in a worker.
that was a battle cry.
Dude,
That's it.
dude was, I think they was having like a family reunion or something.
Yeah, they was sitting, and they've been sitting there for 45 minutes, and these little trifling folks over here.
After the fight was broke up, the white dudes that was tripping went back to their boat.
They still didn't move the boat.
They moved it because the people had already got off the boat.
No, they all
Dude,
moving.
the security dude moved that boat. That's why he was tripped. That's why the white dude got mad.
I didn't see it. I watched several clips and I didn't see that.
Yeah, it's like a backstroke. Only part. That's what I'm saying. They only glorifying the fight.
No, I watched the whole
If-
thing. That's what I did. That's what I did.
If what you saying, the best option was if they was like went over there, subdued them, waited for the police to come, everything was cool.
It
nah,
would look
bro,
better for the rest of the
It would have
world.
looked better for the rest of the world, but nobody would have heard about it.
No, they wouldn't have heard about it. Yeah.
Nobody would have heard
But
about
for
it.
the rest of the world, I mean, everybody wants to be policing a fair system, not just a system that made black people feel good and like we got our good back, we get back, we got some just desserts. They owed us that. They needed that beat down.
You coming in for the last 5 minutes, Daddy?
Them people needed that beat down because they needed.
They needed that beat down. They needed that. But did we need to give it to them?
Yes.
In front of everybody.
In
Yes.
front of everybody.
In
And
front
that's
of
what
everybody.
I'm saying.
Yeah, you can sit right here if you want to.
Uh-huh.
When you see that, you're gonna stop seeing the Karen movement. You're gonna stop seeing it.
Was
Because
it, so it was justice.
even the Karen videos is coming to a minimum. You don't see as many of them Karen videos. Why? Because you start seeing them Karens getting knocked out, getting punched up by them angry black girls, tearing them out the frame. So they're like, oh, a couple of them videos pop out. They start thinking twice, like, I don't really want that work. Because they already cool with going to jail.
But that's what Malcolm X was talking about. Was it Malcolm X that was saying it? I think it was. He said until he was on a talk show, and they said the white man said if they would fight back, would they? I remember I sent that to y'all, and he said until the black man starts fighting back, no matter what your laws are, a bully will stop bullying you, whether you win or lose, if they gotta fight you.
That's what we look at. That's the magic of Ukraine. Yeah, they racist. Yeah, they don't like black people. Black people don't like supporting them. Right? I get that because why support somebody that would hate you and do you just like Russia's doing now? All right, I get that. But it's something beautiful about a man to stand up and fight for his own country. and die and shed blood for it. Black people are like, hey, Russia bigger, better, stronger. Let's just let them win. Most coups in Africa are bulletless. People don't look, they call it savage, but we have, I mean, there's been over 20 coups in West Africa in the last 50 years, but most of them, not one shot was fired. But where's the most savage? And in Ukraine, black people don't really fight coups. If it looks like you're gonna win, and we don't want to die for what we believe.
I'm thinking our young bulls are going to change that situation.
Yeah, because they are here dying, but it's over.
But yeah, it's random. It's random.
Well, I think if some that's usually when they keep on leaders out there, whoever you are, stay underground and get them young bulls together.
They'll die for their ego. Like, oh no, you done did this to me.
I think they need to have somebody to look up to.
Die for ideas.
The pride is placed in the wrong place.
Die for ideas.
If your pride was in, if you had real true black nationalism and race pride, then
black nationalism. Hold on, is this when you talking about black nationalism? What do you mean? That's a nation, right?
Yes.
So what nation are you talking about?
I'm saying the people that they call black as a unit had pride in themselves and the other people that's in the group. Meaning, you black, if I don't know you or not, I see you out here, I'm gonna feel like, oh yeah, there goes my brother right there.
So you're Pan-African.
No, Pan-African is somebody that want to go to Africa.
No. That's not what Pan-African. Pan is kind of almost meaning all.
Yeah, meaning
we're all united, worldwide.
That ain't what Pan-African is.
All right, well, we used to argue things, and then Google came. What is the definition of Africanist?
Yeah, while they doing that, definitely go out and share and like, and let's get this word out. Our goal tonight is to do.
What is the definition of a Pan-African?
And I really want to see more conversation in the.
Read that. Relating to all people of African birth. The key word is being all in African.
Okay, so.
But the problem with Pan-Africanism that skin ain't enough to put us together. I mean, a lot of us have so different agendas and just two different walks of people, or three different, or 10 different. That's the only problem with Pan-African.
Here's the thing about it is, we got to get past the Willie Lynch thing, because that was
get past that.
It was put in play to continue it even after the fact. And once you know that, it's time for us to start to wake up and start to join together. If you just start in your own household and around the people that you know, like us here, you know what I'm saying, and then filter it down to your kids, right? That's you now starting a generation. Let's wake up, people. You can't do it on the masses, but you can do it individually in your house.
You think you can?
And family, because family is what builds nations.
Willie Lynch is the reason why I say white Jesus. Think about that. Been programmed.
What you gonna do with your son?
I grew up watching White Jesus. White Jesus.
We all did, but we realized that at the end of the day, the Bible don't even speak.
White Jesus had to die.
I've been knowing.
There ain't no white Jesus.
Would you let white Jesus in that house?
Heck no. I would have trashed that thing.
He's like Casper the Ghost.
Trashed it.
It's Casper. Do you believe in Casper?
Daddy, you're older generation.
Do you believe in Casper?
Was I wrong for saving white Jesus? Saving white Jesus, that portrait of white Jesus.
No.
I wasn't wrong for saving him. They think I was. The younger generation.
When I died, I don't think he's right or wrong.
When I died, they said they trashing white Jesus. He ain't gonna make it another generation.
That's what his son said.
That's what my son said.
The one he raised.
White Jesus is gone.
The one you raised. Like I said, these young bucks.
But they put that on our mind. And that's why it's hard. That's why what? Wouldn't you say at least half of NBA players, the millionaires?
No,
When you say at least half of them got white, a third.
not this generation, huh?
A third of the
Not this
NBA
generation.
stars.
Well, give us a couple of names that got
Not
white
this generation. All of the major stars in
Uh,
this
Ka-
generation.
Kawhi?
Kawhi got black wife, I believe.
No, Kawhi does not have
He got a Mexican girl.
She could be Mexican, but she's looking white, looking
Pull her up.
Mexican.
How long y'all been on?
We
We've been
started a little late.
But we hear
Kawhi,
we've been on
Leonard's
our-
girlfriend.
Oh,
Oh Lord, yeah.
she
She all the
Oh,
way.
that's a whole snow bunny.
Oh man, that don't even look right.
That's a snow bunny for sure.
Lord.
All right, well we gotta blow her up.
I got
Yeah,
that.
everybody-
I got that from.
Everybody said Kawhi. Ain't nothing wrong with it though.
But the
She could
big-
be
but
down
the-
for it. It's just that ain't the type of woman that would have took him
Oh,
pulling nothing and come to his mama's house and cook every Thanksgiving
he would
and
have.
sit at that table around that table talking to talk with the family. That's what I'm talking. If she like that and she a white snow bunny, she in. That's our snow bunny then. But is she a snow bunny that only comes around when he signs the $300 million contract? That's the thing I don't like.
Money stays. He died, and money stays. For
And a third of them, we can keep going there. Well, I can keep going with some of them, but they're already
All the
tainted.
big dudes, all the major stars.
LeBron
That's
is
why.
the
That's
exception.
why Kawhi stay injured. That's why he ain't playing now. You- so that's his bad. Ain't somebody gonna teach him. We ain't got time to learn.
Oh, you can talk about Kobe.
What about it?
She's Mexican, but like I said, the Mexicans were capitalized, colonized like everyone else
Yeah.
and conquered.
Mhm.
I mean,
And a
she's
lot of
Mexican,
the
but
Mexicans got all kind of black in them.
For sure.
they got all
I
kinds of
said it.
everything in them.
I said it. Because when slavery was there, they was there, right next to you. They all got together.
I hate talking about color like I'm against color, but I'm really against fakeness. Right? I'm against once you get to be sign a $200 million contract,
Mhm.
you got all these snow bunnies popping up. That's fakeness.
Yeah, that's fake.
That's all I'm saying. If she's getting in,
They've been wanting them snow bunnies, and now they got the
now they got the money
now
to
they
get
can
it.
afford it.
Now they got
It's,
the money
it's
to
like
get it.
I've
That's
been wanting this outfit for the longest, but now I can go get it now. Why come I can't have it?
But then that's why we can't do anything because you have people like that. And LeBron, I love him, right? But man, don't go get no NBA team. Go build up Africa, man. China's taking money in it, man, by the hand boatload.
And if you can't go to Africa, you can
Get some real money.
you can do. Come on over here. I'm gonna give you my address.
When?
Let me help.
Lord.
What can you do with LeBron? He'll marry
I don't
Savannah.
want
having a
LeBron
serious
like that. I
conversation.
don't want LeBron's like that. You talking about his money?
We're having a serious conversation.
I'm just saying, if you need some help,
You going
if you need some, give some money away. Go ahead on over there. I'll be over
No,
there.
I'm just saying. In my mind,
And I said, I'm just making this perfectly clear. We were talking about his money, not him.
okay, you're not a home wrecker, right? You respect Savannah and their
I
relationship.
mean,
and
I
their
ain't
marriage.
even thought about him like that.
Okay,
I'm
you're
just-
innocent. I
I'm
put
just-
you on
I'm
the
just-
statement.
Thank you very much. I'm just trying to give us cash. That's it, man. That's all.
Okay.
Y'all, can we go on? We don't want to end the note on that. So what else we got?
Nah, I'm just saying my thing always comes down to black respect. Black respect is not gonna ever happen until we get our country with our own guns and our own military and our own wealth, and we stand on it. That's when the respect is gonna happen.
That's
We're
what I
gonna have
said.
respect. We have to have respect for ourselves because we already turning guns on each
As
other.
long as every nation in the world is raping us, and it's not just slavery back then. China's coming in right now with a long one sticking it in us. Right now.
They're the newest ones, but it's been happening.
Yeah, it's been happening, and we can't get respect. And whenever those cameras go off, a white man is going to punish us because we're not standing tall and we don't have
and
it.
we don't, even right here in America. That's the reason why the boat
That's
situation
what I'm saying.
was so powerful.
Oh, you're tied in. Come on.
It was so powerful because we stuck together and we saw somebody in need and we came to them.
And that's what it's going to take to win. Ultimately,
Here in
it's
the
sticking together.
here in the United States,
And Antonio,
The
do you have
mentality.
anything you want to say?
if the mentality
You have
from
anything
there
you want to say?
stays strong.
Do you have anything you want to say? What?
He likes to listen. He don't just walk in the room just knocking
Hey.
things over. He likes to
That's
understand
you.
what's going
Okay,
on.
that's
I
you.
walk in the room and knock things over.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, he ain't gonna come in until he absorbs the whole conversation.
So we're on the tail end of this. We love everybody that you come. We thank you for coming. We thank you for the views that's gonna get ready to come
Old
in.
man glasses.
We want to Anthony, you have anything you want to say? Just tying it up. Any last words, June?
No, I got everything. I jumped around a lot, but it's out.
Okay, y'all, that's it. That's all. Real Men Talk will be back next month. We'll see who we're gonna have in with us then. Okay, until then, we'll see you later. Sister to sister to be on this Wednesday. Peace, love, hair grease.
We out. Shit.
In the street.